Just a poetic entrance for a poetic Mitchie. And how are you all? How are you all? How are you to be here in the sergeant's kitchen, cooking more amazements? Just can't take it, can you? It's amazing. Even the fridge of hopeful dreams is there. Can't show you it. It's not allowed. It would just be too much for you. Yeah. You'll see it be like be opening the world to a godlike land of goldenness and lightage, and it'll just blind you. You'll faint and start curling up and having a seizure or something like that. So I can't do it to you. So only I can take it. Only the chosen Mitchie potentially can take it. Okay, yeah, right. Just getting on with the situation. So anyway. We're going to do it. Okay, first thing I want to do is, sadly, one of my favourite jobs is I've got to peel potatoes. So I'm going to peel these. I'll see you in a second. Right, okay, well I've slightly changed the music because it was getting a bit too lovey-dovey. That I chose, for some mad reason, fucking 90s love songs, instrumental, and it was all getting a bit fucking ridiculous. So we've just gone for a bit of boring, happy Sunday jazz. Right, okay, as I'm obviously exposing my Michelin skillage or peeling abilities going on here. So I think the bean I've got is a bit rubbish, but I make it rubbish on purpose so it makes me more Mitchie. So that's just how that rocks and rolls, really. Yes, there we are. So heard Mrs. Tracy's having a bit of a vertigo moment. You know, I wouldn't like to suffer that. Yeah, I don't like heights. So I'm not exactly a height lover on that front. So, right, okay, we've got to talk about potatoes. So I want to do them. I'm going to do them a nice. I like doing them diagonally. So I'm going to make sure we've got loads of salt in that. Right, okay, let's drop them in. Let's whack this up and drop them in. Right, so nice diagonal across. We can get it. They've all got to roughly be the same sort of thickness, so with these I'm going to have to go, I'll go diagonal there actually as well. That'll be right. And then there we go, nice. Okay, right, so that's the potatoes. Now we haven't got that many, so the ones we've got to keep them really like a really close eye on, do you know what I mean? So, because if we don't, and I want them to start falling apart. I want to get them just at the right point. So I want to get a plate ready with a towel on it. Any plate will do. Fuck's sake, that'll do. So just get a towel. I'm just going to get a towel on it, one that looks even semi-respectable. I'll do. Right. Okay, that one's a bit suspect. Okay, right, okay, so this is what we're going to do. Okay, here we go. We're getting ready for it now. So we're just building up to it. I need a wooden spoon out for the potatoes, and we're going to do, we're going to start to do the actual short crust pastry. Short crust pastry. Here we go. Right, okay, I'm just going to check camera productions, that's fine. Right, I'm just going to go through, right, let's do it, let's get it sorted out. So I need the Wizard of Abilities to be doing their shit. Okay, so just going to have to think about a few things because I need to work out what I want to try and do. Okay, here we go. Right, okay, flour. Right, okay, now, obviously because we don't do measurements on the channel, yeah, we are strictly measurement free. So what I try and do is get this and by memory, literally by sheer Mitchie memory. Yeah, and only a Mitchie can do this. Yeah, because a Mitchie will know and have stood the test of time of doing these many times. Like obviously my Mitchie, potential Mitchie self. Right. Okay, so but what I'm going to do. Let's see if that's going in. I need to wet some butter. I've got a hot pan of water off over here, so I'm just going to chuck in some butter into that. Quite a lot of butter. That needs to be melting off, so I need to turn that up. Shit. Oh, that's a lot of butter. Right, okay, we want it buttery, obviously, so, right. And I'll add some butter into it anyway, so right, let's get that boiling, so I need that sorting out very quickly. Right, I'm slightly disorganised on this one, a little bit behind on a couple of things, so it's not a problem. Right, I've just got some red Leicester cheddar cheese. So now I do, if you're going to do a dough, like especially a short crust pastry, like you might as well just flavour it, you might as well do it. So it's like, I don't see any issue in not bothering. I know this is going to get whizzed up, but it's just going to help anyway. So I'm just going to chuck some red Leicester in it. There we go. Right, next I'm going to go is basically just some cheddar cheese. So I just cut that like a pro. See. It's about skillage, you've got to have them skills as well. And also, oh, Mr. Dennis cracked up, I mean, we have got obviously news on Double Agent 127 and things like that. There will be obviously, there's obviously things going out and things, and do you know what I mean? So, okie dokie, well, I'm just going to slightly salt it. I'm just going to put a tiny bit of white pepper in it. Right. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to whiz it up. And we're going to make a dough. So let's do it. So we've got some butter here. That needs to be... It's warm. So it'll do. It'll be fine. So I'm just going to pour all that in. That's probably way too much, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. If we had to have more flour in it, we'll have more flour in it. So it's not the end of the world. Run me lights, Adam. Okay, right, let's do it. Okay, I've got to turn these off and swap them over. So. Obviously, we clearly need to add a lot more flour. So, because I put so much, so I'm going to have to create shitloads more flour than we actually need. So, fuck it. Alright, okay, let's do it. Tell that's still slightly wet, just a tiny bit more flour. Probably some butter as well, actually. So I'll chuck just some raw butter in there. So I don't panic, everyone. It's fine. I know what I'm doing. Yeah. And everyone's going on last famous words. So. Okay, that'll be good. Right, that'll have to do. So we'll see. We'll see what we can do on the board of amazement of abilities. So Right, okie dokie. Right, it is. Right, let's see. Let's see what happens. What's happening with that? Let's turn that off. Okay, we have I'm having issues on this one. Hang on. Right, okay. So I'm gonna get this, pull this out. God, it's fucking. It's all fucking everywhere. Right, so I'll be fine. It'll be alright. Right, I'm just gonna gloop it off. Right, now I am gonna have to put this in the fridge for a period of time. So, okay, don't want to waste any dough. Might not have enough dough, you know what I mean? So, who knows? Who dares to fucking dream of it, do you know what I mean? I've got to keep an eye on the potatoes as well. So, there we go. Now, it's only short crust pastry, so it's really easy. It's literally just do this, really. So, that's it. So, right. Okay, let's just... I've got way more than what I need, so... Right, okay, and it's cheesy as well, which is going to be helpful. So, right, now, what I have to really do now, I've got to start checking. I've got to start checking these potatoes now. Okay. Right, so they're getting to a delicate stage, okay? Right, someone's alarm's going off outside. Right, it's not Bob or Bob Jr. Okay. But I'm just gonna get a plate. I'm just literally just gonna whack this dough on and cover it and chuck it in the fridge. So that's all we've got to do at the moment. Right. So they're the really basic steps that we have to do. Now, the important factor that no one is probably going to be appreciating at this particular part. I'm in the fridge of amazing expectations, so I don't worry about it. I've got to rummage things around and balance things because of my sheer brilliance. So, let's just close that. Right, okie dokie. Now we have whacked the dough into the fridge of amazement of expectations. Okay, now obviously one of the sides that we are doing my amazing roast potatoes. Okay, so in the oven is a casserole dish, a quarter way filled with just oil, vegetable oil or sunflower, doesn't matter. Okay. Now I find, obviously, you know, everyone goes, oh, I'll use duck fat or whatever fat. I always find if you're going to go for just fat bound instead of oil bound, my higher recommendation is just use the blocks of lard you get in the supermarket. That's it. So I'd either use them or sunflower or vegetable oil. That's it. You don't want to be starting with doing beef fat and shit. You can do, but you've got to mix it in with one of the other two items as well, really, to be honest with you. Right, there's not a lot we can do at the moment, okay? I've got to literally wait until they're boiled, then I can scoop them out, put them on the plate, chuck them in the fridge, along with everything else, and then we can get ready to make the mincer. No. Fucking fuck's sake, do you know what I mean? Mincer was at me packet of fucking salt and vinegar crisps. Little shit. Fucking it's eating it as well. Unbelievable. You're a mate. Do you know you're absolutely amazing? Do you know that? That is ridiculous. Brilliant. And she hasn't even eaten it all. You just left it now, haven't you? Brilliant. Love it. And licked it. Great. Quality. Absolutely amazing. Right, okay. So anyway, so what we're going to do, there's not much else we can do now apart from like peel carrots. Nobody wants to see me peeling fucking carrots, do you know what I mean? Once then we'll talk, like I said, we're waiting just for the potatoes really, that's it. So, right, okay, I'm going to call it a fag break. Get your popcorn out, get your last night's curry ready, reheat it up, start munching it down, crack open that crack of 6-pack of Kronenberg. Make sure your boob ain't out or anything like that, and if you're still playing with your willy by now, it's probably well sore, isn't it? So, right, okay, anyway, have a break, have a Kit Kat, and I'll see you in a bit. Right, okay, welcome back from fag break. Fucking ages, eons for me, milliseconds for you. Right, these are taking ages. Now, I'm going to have to take them out because they're starting to get to a point where they're going to break in half. But they're not going to be, the red potatoes just don't fluff up or break up enough for my liking like the Maris Pipers do. So I think they're just slightly more waxy. Oh shit! Got to be so careful. They're so delicate. They are delicate as fuck though. So that they've got that going for them. But yeah, they're just not going to start. I can't get them to flake. The only way I'm going to get them to do it, and I'm not mushing them up or rummaging them around or any of that bollocks. So I'm just going to leave them as they are. Like sometimes they can actually come out slightly more, a bit more mitchy like that. It all depends. I've got one more. Like I said, I can't waste any. So fuck for that. That took absolutely ages and ages. That was a nightmare. Alright, let's just chuck that in there. Right, I'm just going to have to empty the starch water. Jesus. That's so hot. I'm going to just chuck it in the sink. Fuck it. Right, okay. Right, that was fucking a nightmare. Right, okay. So I just want to turn these the right way up. I'm just gonna chuck them in the fridge, and there will be a little bit of cragginess, but not that much. So I know what's going to happen to these. They're going to probably go like really golden, but crisp, but in a more glassy way. It's really weird. Right, so I'm going to chuck them in the fridge. I'm hoping you can't see the fridge. Yeah, it's not a thing that should be happening. Okay, but exchange for the potatoes going in the fridge, I'm going to get out. I've got to do this two-handed. I'm doing it one-handed. I'm doing it no-handed. But I'm bringing out the actual filling for the pie. So that's been in the fridge all day. Right, okay, now when I've done the filling for the pie, okay, when I've done the filling for the pie, we added in some Dijon mustard as well. I've removed the lemon and the rosemary. I don't know why I put rosemary in it. So I added in another Norwich beef stock cube, some cornstarch to thicken it up, and that's that. So there we go. So I'm just the spoon is literally welded into that. So I'm just gonna leave that over there. Okay. Because now we've got to actually start making the pie. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm mentally preparing myself for it. Right, okay, I was going to go for a break there, then I thought, do you know what, we need to actually talk about the actual mixture that I've got in here, right? So doesn't matter if I break it up, it is so it's thick. Alright. There we go. So that is a proper thick mixture. And that's all that onion in there, that beef. I'm still finding stalks of fucking random rosemary in there. But it's literally gone to gelatine. Alright? So, I mean, the fat that's in there as well. Oh, it's meant to look like. Oh, wow. Okay, yes, that's going to be bloody ridiculous, right? But now I've got a slight dilemma and I don't know what to do, right? Now my Michelin instincts is to not do it, but then I'm thinking if I do it right, then it might work, and will it be too much? Oh, so anyway, so I was in like the normal shop and I thought I'll buy some filling, because I'm just taking in sandwiches now because one of their microwaves at work has gone down, and I can't be asked to use the main ones because fucking the chonkster is a fucking nightmare. So you know what I mean. I actually went on strike the other day just to prove a point because he's just being such a dick. So there you go. But I bought some barbecue brisket slices. So I was going to layer that in. I was going to layer this in to this, but I don't think I'm going to do it. I think it will just spoil it. So I was going to do it, but I've left it out. So do you know what I mean? I mean, we've still got to put blue Stilton in it. So do you know what I mean? Fuck it, we might just get on with it, I suppose. So right, let's do it. Fuck it, let's just actually go for it. Right, so the tin I'm using is this one. So it's slightly smaller, but it's got more depth. So it'll be a thicker pie. So that's basically the plan. I've got to get my egg wash ready. So I've got to do that. So I've got an egg. So I'm just going to crack said egg in there, literally like an expert would. Yeah, we're going to put a tiny bit, some fresh milk here. I don't want to use old milk. It is only semi-skimmed, so I forgot to get. I was going to get. I've noticed in the reasonable, just average shop. Where the milk section is, and it's like blue milk, like the full fat milk, right? They've never got any, or oh shit, what issues now? Bollocks. That's right. Okay, it's never like. Basically, it's where I can't get to them because I'm only little, so I can't actually reach up and get them. So I just go for like the semi-skimmed all the time because it's always on ground level. Like I'm only like 5'3", so I don't take the piss. Right, okay, so I whisk that up nicely, that's fine. Right, okay, I need the brush of alignment, but I can't find. Right, I need to find the brush. Right, I found the fucking brush. That was a fucking nightmare, that was. What a load of bullshit that was. Fuck's sake. Right, it's right, okay. Right, we're going to do a tiny bit of mix. Now, obviously, somebody else done an egg mixture wash for their pastries. And I said that you should do, like, at least crack in a yolk up. Like, just a yolk. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to do it next. I've got to do it off camera because I've got to catch the fucking yolk. So make sure you just dribble it, get rid of all the excess for it. Okay, and then we just got a yolk. There we go. And that will just enrich it, yeah, with that yolk ability, that more homogeneous protein, which is basically fats. And that will just get out another form to use, and we'll just whisk it up. And that, so we've got an egg in there, a normal egg, milk, and one with just a yolk. And you can put 2 yolks in if you want. Put 3. Fucking hell, go mental. So that's just going to give it a more richer flavour, yeah, just like the beef mixture that we got, which is ridiculous. The richness in that is absolutely off the charts. So, okay, my Michelin viewers. So here we go. We're going to meet on Weeks of Road now. Okay, so we've got some serious bullshit to do. So I'm just going to flour my top. Always make sure your top is floured. Okay, we don't want to like deflour it. We want to flour it. Okay, so I'm just going to rub it in. I always have a little bit too much flour for my own personal liking, just as a more significant situation. With the pan of expectations, I'm just going to oil it. That's all I'm going to do. Okay, that's all it's going to need, because there's lots of butter in that dough, and we're just going to just literally oil the whole thing. All right, with your hands like that. Just oil the whole thing. Drip any excess out, and then do it again. Okay. That's what the pie's going in. There's absolutely no chance at all. Right, there's more chance of my underpants sticking to my own bum than there is any chance of fucking that dough sticking to that pan. So, okay, let's do it. Let's crack on with it. Right, now, obviously, we've done dough before. Right, we've done dough many times, okay? Just keep an eye on them potatoes in there. Okay, now I've got to do this by eye. I can't objectively crack it all in at the same time, because that would not be right. So we do not need all of this dough. So I'm going to take the chopper and I'm just going to cut into half of it. We're probably just going to need half of the dough. Okay, and then I'll halve it again, just by eye. That goes there, like that. I will have to wrap up in the fridge, and we can use that for another time. I'll label that, I'll date label it and everything like a Mitchie would. Okay, look it up, because you know the Mitchies look for all these things. Do you know what I mean? I know we've had recent YouTubers cropping up around us. Mrs. Ellen down the road, you know, she's renowned for making fucking amazing chicken and mushroom pot noodles and shit like that. So, you know what I mean? What can I do? What can I do? Right, okay, let's do it. What we can do is we can start to work out what the fuck we're doing. Right, okay. Okay, I need to create a thing. So, right, it's thing talk, it's, you know, it's... Okay. So we're just moving it around, okay, we're not even lifting it, okay. That's the expertise-ness that we've got to, okay. That's the, I'm going to take that out of the way, because I need room to, obviously the master needs room to work on these delicate matters. Yeah, we're just rolling out our textures, give it a nice flip, toss it and turn it, make sure it feels that you're the one in control, nobody else. Yeah, as we roll out these textures and make sure that we don't splash the egg yolk all over the place, and the beer as well. That's the given, isn't it? That's going to happen. So right, so we've got to get the actual classification correct. So I'm hoping that's going to be right. It should be right by my mixing ability. Okay, so there we go. I'm just going to lay it on. So we're just going to use our. We're just going to thumb and hand it to make sure all the sides are covered. And things can be, and then relax, and then just relax it back in. Okay, so okay, not too much, don't go too mental. Yep. And then what we're going to do, as that sits there, that can sit there and it's fine. I've got 2 tea towels on at the moment. I've got not only 2 tier toes, but 2 tier fucking business. Right, okay, so far so good. That's all I can say. So far so good, right? But now we've got to bring out the guns, haven't we? We've got to bring out the big boys now. Okay, now this is what I mean. Okay, this will be the difference. We got blue Stilton, and I've actually got Edam as well. Right, so I want people to. Everyone's going, what the fuck? So I want gooey. Right, I do want some goo. Right, goo is going into it. Right, that is definitely the blue Stilton is a given. That's going in. Okay, but I want gooification. So that's all I'm looking for, to be honest. Yeah. So okay, blue Stilton without the packaging. Okay. So here we go. I'm gonna lay it in. Oh, brutal. It's brutal. It's brutal. So it is brutal. It's gonna be mental. Jesus fuck. So I need to just. I'm just trying to fill in a few gaps at the moment. And then a tiny bit there would be nice. Excellent. Right, okay. Okay, brutal. That cheese, I'm just going to put that there. Right, the blue Stilton, it doesn't matter how you do it, it's crumbling, it's being crumbled in. Yeah. There you go. Okay, so that's the blue Stilton. Okay. Now the Edam. Now the reason why I went for Edam, is when I cut into it, I know I'm going to have a bit of goo and ooh from the blue Stilton, but it ain't going to be enough. So I could have gone Gruyere, but I went no, I want Edam actually. Edams are really nice. So I've just wrapped them up 2 sheets at a time, cut into it like little fucking dangly bits, yeah. And then that's going to go in as well. Nice, okay. Now we're going to start to get onto the verge of overfilling, okay. So this is where we've got to be careful, because now we're going in for the second load. Right, now I want a bit of fat into this load. So I'm going to just start there. And I'm going to plaster down. So this is an extremely rich, very, very top heavy mixture. Alright, took a lot of obviously Michelin ability to be aware of this sort of triangulation of starring this awareness. Yeah, I mean that's why, you know, I'm summoned to the Mitchies and other people ain't, okay. And it's just one of those things. I can't help it. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying my best for you to represent you. Yeah, but at the end of the day, my Michelin ability can only do so much. Yeah, so. Okay, let's get rid of that, and then another load of cheese. Yeah. So you can see what I was saying about with the barbecue beef brisket. I could have put some in there, but I've decided I just didn't want to. And that should have a bit more. I can nick a little bit of that. Just sort of chuck that on if it can possibly work. Right. Okay, so before this gets too warm, I need to whack a bit more blue cheese into this now. Because if you're going to make a blue cheese Stilton beef pie and onion, you might as well fucking go for it. You might as well just go bullshit and go fuck this. I'm having it, and we are absolutely having it. It's going to be it's going to be a Stilton extravaganza of mentalness. And then can't forget obviously the Edam, same situation. Actually with this one I'll just go single. We'll just go a single slice. And we'll just crack that in there as well. I mean, we could go double. I mean, I don't know why. Is that single slice going to be enough? Yeah, fuck it, it'll be alright. Tuck all them bits in. Maybe, yeah, I think another one would be too much, I think. Right, okay, so I'm just going to lay that over there for a minute. That's the patch I've put on there that isn't really working. But I've got to do the top. So, right, there's no point me. I'm fanning around here like an absolute lunatic. Right, so okay, top is going to go on, and then this goes just straight in the oven. So it goes straight in the oven, mate. So here we go. So has he got his measurements correct? Because I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, oh shit, I need to match that circumference. This is where a lot of Mitch's skills come in, you know what I mean? So we can all whack a kebab, we can all go out and buy a kebab on a skewer, yeah, same as I don't know, fucking other things that I've forgotten that I was going to say. But yeah, we could all go out and buy a chicken skewer business and stuff that in our fantastic gobs. We can all do that. So, but at the end of the day, yeah, can you do a pie? Can you do a pie as good as Alan? Yeah, Alan's pies are amazing. So, but I'm going to take this off. I'm going to pray that it's enough. Okay, I'm not going to forget to egg wash it. So, okay, I'm not going to season it because it's way seasoned as it is. So I should have cut that bit off. But I'll put it on and then I'll cut around it and trim it up. So don't worry. So there we are at the moment. Okay, so that's blue cheese and Edam slices. Okay, it's going to be mental. Okay, I'm gonna just professionally lay it on. There you go. Shit, a little bit of a stretch there. So I'm just gonna do a couple of little. Just a couple of little slits. So I'm just going to press around the inside of it first. Okay. Try and get it. So make sure you do the holes first, otherwise, yeah, it's just going to puff up here. Alright, so there you go. Okay. And I'm just feeling around the edges. This is obviously the thinner part here. So I'm just pinching it around the edges as we go. So I'm just coming around to that thinner part now. So I'm just going to have to be slightly more delicate around there. So the idea of the pinching is just to make sure that you marry the two tops of the pie or the dough part, doughs together. Really, that's basically it. So you can crimp it. You could use like the old school method of a fork and that. I mean, that's like proper council style, the fork method, but it's still like acceptable. Right, so I want to try and get a slightly lower circumference on that pie and make sure it's not. Okay, right, now we're just going to cut it, so I'm going to use a little knife for that. So when you cut into it, just cut down as you slice that pie. There you go. All right. There we are. going to open up that crack there. And now we're just going to egg wash it. So when you do these egg washes, that extra egg yolk at the end will make all the difference. It will be quality. So make sure you really get a lard in there. Loads of that on. Just get it on there. Nice, nice and yummy. All around the edges, everywhere. Right, okay, slightly bruised. Right, okay, I'll leave it over there just in case I don't need it. Right, okay, so that's that. We're just gonna lightly sea salt it. Okay. And there we go. That's what we've got at the moment. Right. Okay. I was going to do a famous penis motif on there, but I can't be arsed. So. Right. Okay. So I'll chuck that. That can go in the bin. I don't need that. The cheese can be covered up. That can be put away. That can go. I need to get this out of the way because we need to sort this out now. The potatoes are going to go in at the same time as the pie. Okay. Now I've whacked the oven on. It's on about. It's on about what's 150, 60, we'll go 165. All right. So I've got to do this two things at the same time. So this oil should be hot. I need this to be cut in half. Okay, there we go. That'll do. That's fine. Leave it over there where I can see it. Okay, let's do it. Here we go. Potatoes in. Right, so make sure you get them in like plenty of oil. They're now nice and dried. Okay, garlic in now. Okay, nice. Right, let's get a spoon. And we're just going to quickly douse the top of them in oil. They are floating in oil, so that is going to be, it's going to be a mission to get them cooked, but okay, I need to get them in the oven now. Right, I have to put these at the top shelf. I've probably got slightly too much oil in there, but it'll still, as long as we can keep an eye on it. Right, and the pie I'm going to whack in at the bottom shelf, and that's just going to go in for longer. So I need to keep the sort of a boost the heat up to probably about 175, okay, if that. Right, okay, so we've got a lot of filling left over. I can do another pie because I've got pie dough mixture left over, so that's not a problem. Bloody hell, it's all going it. I mean, this is what I mean. Just with these sort of things, like, you know, the average sort of like home cooker chef with this would be like lost in space with this now. Yeah. I mean, I've now left people for dust. It's like, you know what I mean? It's about the difference between doing like, you know, a steak and onion blue Stilton pie. Yeah, with Edam in it, yeah. With bread Leicester and cheddar short crust pastry, yeah. Amazing roast potatoes. I'm not even concerned about the roast potatoes. I haven't got to look, right. I'm almost like Neo in the Matrix on roast potatoes. Do you know what I mean? And then we've got, you know, and then we have got, you know, although being like a luscious, down in the fridge expectations again actually. Put that away. Yeah. Although we are like literally, is that going to burn? Is that hot? That's pretty warm. We are literally like on some things like Neo in the Matrix, and we've got a. And yeah, I understand about, you know, pasties, and the filling was amazing, but you're looking at the difference. We're talking about 40 minutes to make a pasty, 40 minutes to make one. Okay, might have come out amazing. That's not the issue. Okay, the issue is you're talking about a pie that I'm doing compared to a pasty. Now, anyway, what we're going to do is we're probably going to have to do this in 2 parts. Okay, well, this will be a 3-part really. This is actually part 2. There's no way I'm going to be able to get the rest of it in. We've still got other sides. They're not. You don't know if they're going in or not. Yeah, you don't know. I might have just left them out for bullshit. Now, with this broccoli, I must admit it's not the best tender stem purple headed broccoli I've got, but it was in the below average Joe shop, and everyone piles in there because you've got bargains. Do you know what I mean? So it's not the best, but I will state that. But I will make, I will give it my tender loving care like I do to all my amazing dishes. Most of the time. So okay, shitbags, peasants, and knobheads. Potatoes in the oven, pies in the oven, pies made. Yeah. Right, I'm going to call this a part 2, and I'll see you in part 3. With that, I'll leave it with you.